Brian Button started his career in municipal politics in 1993 at 23 years old. Now he's looking back on decades and decades of a massive commitment and time in politics in Port aux Basques. But his name is not on the ballot for this upcoming municipal election. It's his time to step away. He sat down with me to talk about his career and what's next. So there's a municipal election coming up, and your name is not on the ballot. So how did you come to make this decision that it was time to step away?
It is a little different this time around. I'm not going to lie. When the elections were called and not thinking about putting your name on the ballot this time around was a little bit different. But back several months ago, I made a decision that it was time. Someone told me a long time ago, you'll know when the time is right and the time to step away. And I kind of felt that this was the time. It's been a difficult 4 years. I've had lots of challenges and lots of things that have happened differently in this term than in other terms that I've served on council. Each term that you serve comes with challenges, but this time it's been different in many ways, not only having to deal with the situations like Hurricane Fiona and those type things. It's different just, the social media aspect, everything that comes at you now, totally different. You're in a municipal politics where you're on the ground and you live in the community, and your daily activities is to go around the community as well. And that becomes hard on you, and it becomes hard on your family, especially, during the times where we did have our challenges. And so when the time came around, and I thought about it more and more over the last year, had many discussions with my family. My family was kind of encouraging me, this is enough. And, I've been at it, in 1993 I ran, and at that time I was just, while I was on the election, I was just turning 23 years old. And I've turned 55 a couple of days ago, and I said, you know what, my life has been dedicated to public life and volunteer life and community life, and it's time to spend some time and quality time with family life.
And of course, speaking of challenges, what did you learn from Hurricane Fiona?
Fiona was a tough one. We opened up the meeting the other night, our last meeting, and I wanted to open up with recognizing, the fact the anniversary date was there, was the night before. Councillors were around the table on our last meeting to have our last meeting, but 3 years ago we were at the town hall trying to prepare for what was going to be life-changing for a lot of people. The people involved, it was the most life-changing. For us, it was also life-changing because all the things that we thought we would do in a municipal term and as councillors, it changed overnight. We were now working a disaster. For most of us, it was the first time. We've done a lot of simulations. I know over the years I've been involved in, we've done tabletop exercises and we've done all these things, but this was the real deal. And this was people's lives. There's many nights that, like a lot of the people, I shed the same tears that other people shed. Everyone's life was shifted.
Right, so let's talk a little bit about your marvelous send-off. You had a birthday, you had your very last council meeting. How did it feel to celebrate your career that way?
It was pretty emotional. It was emotional for me because I said in the council meeting, and I'll say here, I grew up in a political family. My family, my father was a municipal councillor. His pictures are on the wall, on the same walls that my pictures are on now. And when I was a kid, besides hockey, I was watching politics all the time. And politics was on the TV. And if there was an election on the go, I stayed up late to see what the results right across the country was. And if it was a federal election or whatever. And I was involved. And I said the other night, I wasn't an A student in school by no means. But when it came to one of the subjects I did in high school was democracy. I could ace that class. Nice. I was the smart guy in that class. Yeah. And so going into the last meeting, all these thoughts of, I always wanted to step up to do this, and I got the opportunity, thanks to the people. The people put me there, and they gave me an opportunity to fulfill a lifetime dream.
Brian, thank you so much.
Thank you.